EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Check Fury. Check Hunt.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. The Lance now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Niners at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Ultra. Hey, red.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Lance. Over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Here we go.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
22 middle. Green jack. Black jack.
Now Lance. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play call.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Real green. Yellow.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. At this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Hey, move. Roster, stay.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. 4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. The kick by Gould is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start, because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lock. Dancing to his left. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Hey, close to you.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
38. Ready?
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's got Rome. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
On second down, it's Walker. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Locke. And that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw it is Locke. Throw out wide to Walker. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And this is back to a 5-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Lance. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Huge, huge. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Ready? Here we go. Here we go. White. White. Shot. 17. Hey, hold you.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 88 yards rushing now for Mitchell. He's got a first down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Red, cycle.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Got it. Call 10. Ready.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Walker with a grab, left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First down by Noah Fant, and you're reminded watching him play, that he's one of the most athletic tight ends we saw coming out of college in recent years. Every route and every catch can be turned into a bigger play with what he can do as an athlete in the open field. A nice big play from him there for the first down.
On first down, Locke steps away to his left. Incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. They look to throw. It's Locke. And this one is incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, this from 33. Myers' kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. Mega. Hut.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Gold now out to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs him up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down. Block going to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Fights through, and now a crease. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. He returns that punt 73 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Block now to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
Let's go now.
Now this time, Locke will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Locke will try again on second down. And Walker has it. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
Here's Walker. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Again, Walker. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
So a little extra time to ponder this third and goal as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now Locke. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Myers' kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Fielded just outside the goal line, and he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Ready. Black Ultra. Red, yellow. Fight, 97. Ready.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. It finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Ready.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
And Walker's somebody who just impresses you every time he steps on the field. He's a guy who was the Walter Camp and Doak Walker Award winner's final collegiate season behind a 1,600-yard campaign. 300 carries or more, that wouldn't be unexpected in his first season in the NFL.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Able to slither by. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Once again, it's Mitchell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, we retreated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the 49ers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.